the Martini Studios in Ontario, California, it's the Foo Show!
Hey, what's up, everyone? I'm Josie.
I'm Josh.
With the Foo.
And Sam. Thank you all very much for listening to the Foo Bar Show. Thanks for hitting subscribe, and remember to rate, review, and tell your friends like a champ. You can always reach us at Foo Bar Show. That's FTheBelowBarShow.com. And F The Below Bar Show is our handle on Facebook, Tumblr, Twitter, and Instagram. Check us out, drop us a line, and we'll foo it up like a couple of foos. Ain't that right, foos?
Certainly.
Foo for two.
Right, good one, foo. And hey, this is a momentous occasion because we are 2 years old, fellas, and Steph.
Woo!
Nice, Foo. Where's David?
I don't know. I thought you were gonna call him. I thought you were gonna, fucking give him some flowers and chocolates and bring him back.
The only reason I would contact David is to steal his stupid dog.
He had a good-looking husky.
Damn, that dog sheds, though.
Yes,
that was
His ears were always fucked up too.
If you ask me, that was Steph's favorite dog over Pluto.
No, fuck that. Pluto's a way better dog.
They both suck.
But he's a moron.
Pluto has the floppy ears, though.
Hey, Foo, thanks for the intro. You're looking at the newest member of HBO Max, Foo.
Would that be you?
That'd be I.
And so, do you have access to it, or can you start watching shit on it? How's that working out so far? I haven't even signed up.
It's weird. If you sign up now, because it doesn't go live till the 27th, they give you access to HBO Now.
Oh,
and then
and then it turns into Max, I think.
So now we'll just turn into Max. So
no, you actually have to sign up for it.
You have to sign up for it. Yeah, it's fucking stupid.
All right.
So even if you have
dumb.
Yeah, even if you have HBO Now, you got to sign up for Max, but it still gives you HBO.
That kind of thing should just be bundled.
Well, it will be.
I don't make the
when Max comes out, I'm sure it'll just have everything Now has. But they really didn't think that through. Anyway,
you're right.
They should just, because they had HBO. There was a HBO Now and an HBO something else.
Go. HBO Go.
Right.
Yeah,
HBO
and they're
Go,
essentially
right.
the same thing, right?
Yeah.
They're pretty much the same thing.
I think HBO Now is meant for like streaming on a device, and HBO Go is meant for your Xbox, your PlayStation, your gaming console, your smart TV, whatever you want to call it.
That's just double the work.
Foo, and then 2024 Foo HBO Ultimate is going to be coming.
Are you fucking serious?
No, I'm just kidding.
No, I was like, whoa, what?
I was like, what?
But it's not. It's not far fetched.
Combined.
Yeah, I was like, that's dumb. But anyway,
From Voltron.
Does that mean they're gonna have HBO Black one day?
dang.
Whoa,
Yeah.
whoa.
HBO Magnum, Foo.
Oh, that's the porn one, right?
That's the one with the the softcore and the hardcore porn. That you can. Anyway, Foo, I wanted to talk about something else other than your softcore porn on HBO.
Okay, then.
I wanted to discuss.
We'll resume that later.
Yes, off air. There's this Variety article that's been going around at least for the last week, and everybody who's listened into KROQ here in Los Angeles, or at least surrounding the Los Angeles area, who can get the freaking signal, is aware of the major changes that have happened at KROQ since they were purchased by Intercom, which is associated with Radio.com. Up until recently, they've had all the DJs are still there, but the music is changing quite a bit. And I mean, from the introduction of Billie Eilish, amongst other things, I'm sure you guys have also noticed that there's been some significant changes to their rotation on just the talent that they have on the day-to-day. A funny thing happened is that, they started playing Post Malone Circles into the power rotation. At the beginning of March, the song hadn't registered a single spin, and then like about 7 days later, it had 32 plays. By the end of March, it was averaging 65 plays a week. And you guys saw the Post Malone covering Nirvana on YouTube, right? Did you take a glance at it? No?
No.
It was really, really, really well done. Post Malone did a great Kurt Cobain, Travis Barker on drums doing Dave Grohl. It even got the thumbs up from the guys from Nirvana. The fact that Post Malone could pull off pretty much just playing an all out Nirvana set from his house. But I guess because of that, they validated him into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. I don't know what the fuck's going on at KROQ, but Post Malone, at least, his actual original music would not be on a station called KROQ. Now, one thing that they're trying to dance around on this is the new ownership is forbidding the DJs from saying KROQ. Now there's just they're being told to just do the call letters, KROQ. So they're dismantling what is, probably 40 plus years of LA history with this corporate purchase, and I can't stand for it, Foos. What say you?
Well, obviously, for all of us, it first started with the abrupt firing of Kevin and the morning show. Mm-hmm. It was a show that a lot of us listened to for over 30 years. That's kind of what caused a lot of people to, take them off of their presets. Like I, for one, just completely took KROQ off my preset.
Yeah,
I don't have that shit on
I
anymore.
haven't tuned in once. I can't remember in 2020 that I've tuned in.
I used to listen to it on my way to work because Kevin and Bean would start, right when I was on my way to work. So I would listen to them for that half hour. And then maybe if I had a chance, I'd listen to them throughout the morning just to kind of get me going at work. Mm-hmm. But their music did start to change, especially when they brought in, hip hop correspondent Jensen Karp, when he has like primarily a hip hop background. He started bringing a lot more. What's that?
He was Hot Carl, the rapper.
Yeah. I mean, it was just a weird dynamic. And then I know in the article they referenced that they felt that once Bean left, that the show was already over in last November. That the new company felt like the show had no more value once Bean was gone. That it couldn't remain with Kevin. And I mean, there's only so much they could do, without Bean.
Well, they were all participating more than normal because Bean was a huge part of. I mean, Bean is a professional freaking broadcaster, no doubt. Like the guy goes from segment to segment, brings the funny and all that shit. But you can tell when Bean was on vacation and everybody had to kind of pull their weight when it came to, the showbiz beat or just general news, or they were making fun of something or just like a regular bit on the show. When Bean was missing, you heard more of everybody else, So when Bean left for good, I don't know if the dynamic was as strong as it was. Now, it didn't make it a bad show. I was still listening in and enjoying it for what it was. But the unceremonious firing of everybody from Kevin in the Morning Show was pretty fucked up, and it shed light onto what the new management was doing with the station. And now they're dismantling a cultural staple, which introduced a lot of the great music in the 80s and 90s.
Yeah, they actually, they reference in there when they talked to the two executives that took over that rock is dead, that they felt like there is no more rock, like it's all alternative, and alternative means pop, means this, it means bringing a bunch of, it's not just rock anymore. So that's why they purposely asked, a lot of the DJs and stuff, hey, don't say KROQ anymore, it's KROQ. Use our call signs, like no more of this KROQ, because we're not just rock anymore.
And it sucks because KROQ is a place where you go where you're going to be listening to some rock, some rock music. You don't go to KROQ because you're probably going to listen to the same shit that you find on Kiss FM. I mean, that's why you go to Kiss FM, so you can get the top 40 stuff. You go to KROQ to get some electric guitars and and people playing their actual fucking instruments.
You go for the rock that wouldn't be top 40. You get the other rock.
That's why it's alternative music.
Yeah, and it's. I don't like the way it's going. That's why I'm boycotting KROQ.
And that's what happened to Power 106. I know nobody ever talked about it too. I joked about it all the time, but Power 106 was where hip hop lived, and I don't even know where hip hop lives anymore, bro. Like I don't know if I'm turning into Power 106, and do they even still call it that? I've been out of the loop on that one.
I think it's still called Power 106.
Power 106.
I think they call it Power.
It's just Power, now,
now.
right?
Yeah,
that's what I thought.
Now, yeah.
So whenever I tune into there, if I find myself tuning into there, it's usually found by some electronic stuff or the new kind of rap. It's not like hip hop does not exist anymore. It's just what kind of sect of rapper do you belong to at this point? It's a goddamn shame, and I should have seen it coming back when hip hop lost its home on Power.
You could have saved them, Foo.
Could
have been the difference.
You're even calling it Power now, Foo. Look at you.
Dude, I need a fucking time machine. I just saw Back to the Future 2 the other day. Now I'm just thinking of ways to change history now.
Why'd you put yourself through that, Foo?
I don't know. I wasn't sleepy. But
Foo,
anyway,
you wanted to see rejuvenated Biff that badly?
His character is probably the worst part of the movie, but it's an enjoyable movie nonetheless. I mean, but these days the only place you can really find rock music in LA is probably now what used to be Star, but now it's called Alt's 98.7. And and even then that's changing. It's not what it used to be. Even then.
I listened to the very first time the Woody Show the other day on the way to work.
Yeah.
Didn't care for it. Did not care for it.
I don't know. They have some pretty good segments.
No. Hold on. I just didn't care for it. I heard they had like one good segment where I thought, oh, this is amusing. Okay. But
the only thing I'll say about the Woody Show, I find it somewhat enjoyable. I'm not gonna, if that's the only thing that's on, sure, so be it. Fine. I'm listening to it. But
the Frank and Heidi show is actually pretty fun.
Yes, I was gonna say Frank Heidi and Frosty Heidi and Frank show is good. But the reason Frosty Heidi and Frank, the Kevin and Bean show, make themselves so likable is that I think that they're not laughing at you. You're kind of part of the joke with them, They kind of always internalize whatever joke they're poking fun at. And with the Woody Show, I don't get that sense, and that's why it's kind of disconnected that way. It's kind of like we're about to say some edgy shit, and you're about to take it. Now grab your ankles, bitch. That's kind of the feeling I get from the Woody Show.
Yeah, that's exactly what I get from the Woody Show.
What's up?
Who's in defense of the Woody Show? If you would like to bridge the gap of it not being likable, there's this segment they have called Cart Narcs.
Yes, this is my favorite segment. Oh my god!
What's this one all about?
You gotta hear it.
It's like this guy and this team of people. Actually, they've been in Arizona and all random parking lots in California, and they're straight up like in the parking lot with the megaphone in red polos, like chasing people who don't return the carts to the cart corral. And they publicly shame them. And then the most infamous one is, I think they were at a Walgreens, and then like the guy completely lost it, and he's like, I'm getting the manager out here, come with me. And the guy's like, I don't want to go with you anywhere. And he's like, come here, come with me. And he starts chasing him, and this dude chases him across the parking lot. And this dude's like, this guy was harassing me. And he's like, sir, you're the one chasing me.
People go crazy if you tell them to put their cart back.
They do. You're shaming them. You're publicly shaming them, and people don't like that shit.
I gotta say, Foo, it was the best waste of 3.5 hours this month, Foo.
All right.
Working at Lowe's, I used to do the carts and stuff in the parking lot.
Mm-hmm.
And one day, I saw a guy. He was just gonna leave it there. I was like, "Oh, sir, I'll take that off your hands." And he's like, "I was gonna put it back." Okay, but I'll take it. No, I'm gonna go put it back. Well, sir, I'll just just give me the fucking cart. I'll take the cart. Why is this a thing? Come on, bro. And I let the asshole take it to the fucking cart home. I'm like, you're a fucking prick. Whatever, I'm going. I'm taking this.
They're so petty, dude. Goddamn. Right? But you know what? That segment is hit or miss. Sometimes it's fucking comedy, and other times it's like, okay. it's all right. And I think the point is they're just trying to like have a funny segment. It kind of reminded me of KROQ Foo. That's why I brought it up.
Well, it's funny that you say that, Foo, because Kevin of the Kevin and Bean Show had a segment, and it wasn't like a series segment like, you know, like Cart Narcs on the Woody Show. But he had he went on a tirade about how people don't put away their carts. I don't know if that's where they got it from. I don't know if they're taking bits from the Kevin and Bean Show, shit that worked that was funny. But I don't know. I'm not calling them, thieves or anything. But it's about time we start taking some shit.
Just saying.
But just saying.
Why'd you bring it up?
Hang on. But Foo.
Anything to put fucking Kevin and Bean on a pedestal for this guy. Jesus.
I know.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
Just kidding, Foo. We're pushing your buttons, Foo, and we're pushing the red ones.
Speaking
Foo.
of Bean Baxter of Kevin and Bean, he just recently got the coronavirus, and he just recovered too. Him and his wife. He says that it was not something you want to get. By the way, it's not great, but.
Isn't that what we've learned throughout this entire time? Is like not to get the coronavirus. It's not great. So you had to wait for Bean to get it and tell you not to get it for you to understand that it's not worth getting.
Steph, you're a gem.
Yep.
You suck.
Anyway.
Well, I'm glad Bean has recovered.
Yeah.
But you should have known all along that the coronavirus is not worth getting.
Cool.
On y'all, a bunch of morons.
Hey, so Josh, in Geeking Out, are you interested in going into the Snyder Cut once again?
Oh, I'm interested into it again.
Most certainly.
Okay, nerds, let's go!
So
Who's favorite beer?
The last time that we had a pod here, fellas, and Steph, we talked about the Snyder Cut coming about, or the possibility of a Snyder Cut. Now, up until just recently, there's been talks of the Snyder Cut being a hoax. There's people scoffing at the Snyder Cut, that it's not even going to be as good as what we thought it was. But knowing what we know now, as of an article that came out, or at least just some postings that came out during the week last week, we found out that shit's actually going to go down when HBO Max comes out. So what do you guys know?
I know, Foo, I know that your statement's incorrect, Foo.
Oh, yeah? How's that?
They're not going to release a Snyder Cut till next year, man. I'm sorry.
Yeah. 2021, it won't be coming out.
Mm-hmm.
They're going to make us wait like a bunch of chumps, dude.
But you know what, Foo? We're all gonna fucking watch it, because if you watched the extended Batman versus Superman cut,
yeah, it was
it was a Superman. But the Batman versus Superman movie, the extended cut was way better than what we fucking paid for in theaters.
And Josh, have you heard how long this possible Snyder Cut is?
Yeah, so they said that it was gonna be. It could go one of two ways. It could either be a 6-part series that's 45 minutes long.
Oh my God.
45-minute parts. Or it could just be one long 4-hour movie. Yeah, and that's with everything they have. And they still have to go back in to post and possibly like film some like little cutscenes.
Yeah.
Because they're not going to be bringing any of the actors, obviously, during this time. But they're going to be doing a lot of like B-roll and stuff just to fill in a little bit of the little gaps.
For the story to make sense.
Pretty much ready.
Yeah.
I heard it starts completely different. Like in this Snyder Cut, we're supposed to see the black suit Superman. And the reason why he's the black suit Superman is that Darkseid takes over his body, and he actually does fight the Justice League, but it's actually early on in the movie, and it isn't until like he sees Steppenwolf or something that he sees like Lois Lane about to be killed.
Oh wow!
That he snaps out of it. Like it's some dark. They say it's
not Martha.
supposed to be a. Yeah, it's supposed to be much darker than what Justice League was, and it's supposed to have more of a mellow tone. Snyder's key, directing style with that dark undertone and stuff in the back.
But it actually gives you a story you can follow too. I also heard that you were going to get more of the lanterns in there too. Like there's an entire sequence of them being a part of it.
Well, I don't know if this is the cut they're going to release, but they said that at the end of the movie, it was actually Green Lantern, Martian Manhunter, Cyborg, Aquaman, Batman, Wonder Woman, and Superman fighting against Steppenwolf. So Green Lantern and Martian Manhunter were originally supposed to be a part of that.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if they are going to end up adding them in. If it's possible, it may be a different Green Lantern. I don't know. But they said they will explore Oa at least, or they'll reference them a little bit more in this cut.
Yeah, I heard they were actually going to get some talking scenes, where they got some actual actors to do it. It's going to be, it's like, what the hell were you guys doing before? Like, why, if this was an option the whole time, this could have been a sick trilogy.
And here's the thing too, that a key point that they didn't really get across properly in Joss Whedon's cut is, I guess, in Steppenwolf, the reason why he was getting all 3 mother boxes wasn't to turn, Earth into apocalypse again. It was to actually free his real mother that was caught and was put into these mother boxes. Like Darkseid took Steppenwolf's mother and put her in these mother boxes that open up these boom tubes.
Mm-hmm.
So he's actually exiled from Darkseid at this point in the movie. And I heard it's like there's so much that's different. There's so much that sounds cooler that we need to fucking see. And I cannot wait to just even see a preview of what the possible Snyder cut could be.
Well, I by all accounts, based on just whatever Momoa is saying, because supposedly he has seen it. Zack Snyder has shown him the movie, and he's just like, he couldn't be the most excited guy ever. Whenever the time he found out, he had a camera on him, I guess. And when he found out that the Snyder cut was actually being released, he fucking started just celebrating. He was the happiest, hairiest motherfucker you've ever seen.
Well, he was pushing for that shit hard these last couple of months, especially during the quarantine. He's just like, I mean, dude, and Aquaman was a success. You can't say it wasn't a box office success. So obviously Warner Brothers has to listen to one of their biggest stars. And if one of the biggest stars is really pushing for it, because I mean, obviously Ben Affleck wasn't going to push for it that much anymore since he exited the role of Batman.
Right.
But bro, oh man, I can't wait. I'm so excited for this to come.
Yeah, it's fucking great. And they've got a pretty big countdown right now. We gotta wait an entire year for this thing to come out, but hopefully it's gonna it'll pay off. I mean, just based on the fact that the first time around was not great. All the stuff that they're talking about on this, making it grittier and darker, is just making it way more exciting for me.
And there's talks that Warner Brothers may announce the next Superman movie in the next few months, because they're getting back into talks with Henry Cavill on a potential Superman movie, because I know he was in the middle of making Witcher season 2.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know if they finished or if he still has to go back for Witcher season 2, but he's definitely talking about Man of Steel again, because he wants to finish off Superman.
Yeah. Crazy, man.
So
freaking crazy.
Yeah, dude. But speaking of season 2, I actually got some news. Or I came across an article on what the hell is this thing called again? The
interweb.
The interweb. So we got this covered. There it is. About the Mandalorian season 2.
Mm-hmm.
And with the addition of Dave Filoni, for those of you that are not familiar with that name, he is actually the showrunner for the Clone Wars animated series for all 6 seasons, even including this last one that was a huge success on Disney Plus. If you guys haven't gone to see it now. You guys could literally just see the last episode because or the last season, because they have like a little recap at the beginning on kind of what's happened so far. So definitely want to get on that. But they're really leaning from a lot of their extra block characters, like characters from that, like Ahsoka Tano, she's going to be in here. Bo-Katan, played by Katie Sackhoff, is going to be in here. We already have confirmed that Tamara Morrison's going to be Boba Fett. Well, now that they're saying with the established connection of Tano and possibly bringing it in, and the Darksaber that we saw Moff Gideon had, that they may explore the fact that the Mandalorian is Force sensitive, and why he has that connection with little baby Yoda.
Crazy.
So, dude, that would be insane, because according to like Star Wars lore, the first Mandalorian warrior, was actually a Jedi. He was Force sensitive, but he decided to not follow the Jedi ways, and that's when he started the whole Mandalore, the Mandalorian clan. And that's where they're saying that maybe this Mandalorian is going to be the next Force sensitive bounty hunter, or Force sensitive Mandalorian, which would be fucking dope if that's how they introduced the whole Jedi thing in there.
That's pretty sick, man. And not to derail this topic, but I was watching this fan theory, and I don't know how much of this you guys know about, but this fucking thing about E.T. being Force sensitive. Have you heard about this?
Oh yeah, because Foo, E.T.'s race is in the Star Wars.
He's in Star Wars. He's a part of the Republic.
Confirmed.
I remember that scene.
Yeah,
and in the movie E.T., because you know how like they go Halloween trick or treating, one of the kids dressed up as Yoda, he recognizes him. He's like, "Hey, you know, that's one of them."
George Lucas and Steven Spielberg friends.
Yeah.
So they probably already like dove deep and like put this Easter egg in there way back when.
They did Indiana Jones together.
Yeah. That, and then the fact that E.T. makes the kids fly, you know, when they're in their bikes, that's the Force right there for sure.
Foo, and he gives life. He gave life.
And he healed the wound. The guy's a Jedi, bro.
I'm checking out of this conversation, dude.
All right, peace.
Elliot.
Anyway, I'm just saying. Hey, Foo. But Foo. There we go.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
Yeah. You guys got anything else for this one?
Yeah, Foo actually got a couple things going down in the Geeking Out world. Did you guys see that? That's right. Yoke on your face, Josh. Did you guys hear about that new Sony spin-off Spider-Man movie that they're going to come out with?
No, I've not.
Yeah, man. Well, Foo, the details are just as underwhelming as the announcement.
Oh.
It's gonna be a movie on this very rarely heard hero called Jackpot, and I don't know.
She goes to a casino. She plays the slots.
Oh,
Josh, you son of a bitch!
Her weapons are poker chips.
Poker chips.
Still rip off of Gambit.
Dang.
Hey, hold on. One more. Her signature move is 52 pickup.
Oh!
Well, Foos, don't tell me if you've heard this one before. Jackpot is a superhero known for her exceptional strength.
Superhero?
That's it?
That's it?
Just the strength. Jackpot.
That's the most thrilling fucking sentence about her. And god damn it, I guess. So what happens is she ingests some mutant growth hormone, and she's pregnant with the baby, and she delivers the baby, and then all of a sudden she has superhuman strength, and one day she becomes tired and retires, and
and she goes to the casino.
Why are we learning about Jackpot again?
Funny enough, where she got exposed to this doing the gene therapy, it was called Lot 777. So you guys aren't too far off.
Oh,
dude, fuck you.
She looks kind of like Rogue. She still has the green, skin tight suit and red hair.
Right.
I think Stanley just kind of got lazy on that one. It's just like, we'll use Rogue's model for that.
Or Stan Lee had a one night stand and the bitch is like, better make me into a superhero. And he's like, fine.
Jackpot.
You hit the jackpot. Oh my gosh.
Boom. Imagine, have you guys seen that Key and Peele episode where they do Stan Lee like pitching Marvel characters or new characters, and they're all like really terrible, like they're all based on old people with dementia and stuff. Like I just picture him, promoting Jackpot as, picture this, a girl, she gets pregnant with a mutant baby. When the baby comes out, Jackpot. She ends her golden years in a casino.
Good God. Is that the fucking penny slots all day long? Jackpot.
She's just waiting for the waitress to come around for those free drinks.
That's awful.
Oh, miss, can you say on my machine, please? Don't let anyone take my quarters. Foos have experiencing technical difficulties.
Foos. I'll be right back. The Federation's under attack.
Oh, all right. Well, good luck. Well, anyway, is that going to do it for the Geeking Out?
Yeah, I think it's good.
All right. Well, tell me what you know about sports, Josh. So you were all about this golf game that was going down. Tell me a little bit about this thing.
The match. The match of the year. The only thing that fucking matters right now, because it was the only thing that was fucking on right now. It was the long famed match between Tiger Woods and Peyton Manning versus Phil Mickelson and Tom Brady. Wow. QB versus QB1 versus QB1. Lefty versus a big cat. I don't know if that's his nickname. I'm just going with it. But dude, so start off opening the setting. It's in Jupiter, Florida. I think that's where it was. And it was fucking raining, like pouring, dude. And they were still out, like, hitting off, in the driving range, practicing, warming up, getting ready for the match. So an ESPN reporter comes up and pulls Peyton Manning aside, and he tells Peyton Manning, she asked Peyton Manning, so Peyton, you're not allowed to use caddies here today. But if you could have had a caddy, who would you have picked to be your caddy? And he's like, well, we all know who Tom would have picked. I mean, Gronk does everything he tells him to. He's like, Gronk, go to wrestling for a year. Gronk, I'm going to Tampa. Come with me to Tampa. I mean, so obviously he would have had Gronk. He's like, but me, I probably would have had, I probably would have brought Eli. Eli'd mess with his head. Or, actually, I would have probably brought Nick Foles. Nick Foles would probably be a good one to bring. And then Tom Brady turns around. He's all, cheap shot, man. Cheap shot.
Just witty banter.
I would have gotten Giselle.
Dude, that was like set the tone for the entire match. It was just witty banter between them back and there's one where Tom Brady, he found like one of the golf warmers that Peyton Manning has. It's like a weird little like cow thing. And he looked at it and he threw it on the ground and he threatened to step on it in front of Peyton. He's like, don't you dare. He's like, don't you dare put that Michigan foot on there. And Tom Brady's like, your team hasn't been good since you left. What are you talking about?
I was getting too excited.
Oh, so much. Like just back and forth. I know Tiger, he said that Tom Brady said he's like, oh, Tiger Woods, he's all, that uniform, he's all, those look like Falcon colors. He's like, oh, the Falcons don't scare me. It's the Eagles that scare me. The Falcons, he's like, I'm not scared of the Falcons. And then a lot of people reacted to that. It's like, whoa, what the fuck? The Falcons are just chilling here. Why are you coming at us, bro? Like, and one of the best moments though was when Tom Brady was picking up a putt, his jeans split right down the middle.
Oh no!
Sick.
With the camera's center focus, boom, right on him bending over.
Was he at least wearing underwear?
Oh yeah, he was.
Oh, thank God.
But, dude, he got up like nothing. Like he didn't even realize that he did it. No one told him until like when he got back into his cart. He got back into his cart.
Dude, he's dying.
What is the matter with
you?
I'm dying.
Oh my God.
Drink some water.
I'm okay.
Okay.
The Foo and you are out for the count.
The Federation's under attack, and Josh is dying.
I'm panicking. I'm in panic mode. Oh my God. No, but he ended up coming back the next hole with completely different pants on, like the old gym pants your dad used to wear when you go to soccer practice or something. Nice. They're all like big and puffy. They don't even fit him right.
They're just like, quick, we need an extra pair of pants to fit this really large guy.
Yeah, but this whole thing was done for charity purposes. Like a lot of it went, the funds went towards the coronavirus relief fund. They actually raised $20 million for the coronavirus relief fund. On top of other money, like the night before, they raised $13 million by that point. Mm-hmm. And then they raised 20 just on the day of. And a lot of it had to do with like there was like special, like little special missions for each of them. So they had it like on one hole, I think it was hole 5. The club that they decided to start with is the club they have to end with. So.
Jesus Christ.
Take your time.
I'm dying.
Oh my God.
He's got the Rona.
I've got the Rona.
You got the Rona, dude?
So for instance, when whenever you play golf, you usually start with the driver. You drive it to hit into the fairway. And then depending on where you're at from there, you either use a wedge or different levels of clubs of different numbers. In this instance, whatever you use, if you start with a driver, you have to use a driver the rest of the fucking hole. Really? So when you're trying to putt, you have to try and putt with the driver.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So they all decided to go with different clubs. Like I think Tiger went with the 6-iron. Peyton went with the 7-iron because Tiger told him to. Mm-hmm. And then Phil went with, I think, a putter. And he did it all.
Oh, my God.
You go to hell!
I think I am.
You go to hell and you die!
Oh, my God. Yeah, so Peyton or Tom Brady was just doing shitty. He was like missing a lot. He was missing the fairway every time. He got stuck in like the dirt path.
Does he even play golf?
He does. So that's why this was like pissing him off. And you could tell he was like mad that he was doing so shitty because he's a competitive dude.
Water break. A water break? What's the matter with you?
You could cut this. Why are you messing with this?
I'm not gonna.
Oh, you
no, he doesn't edit anymore.
Lazy son of a bitch.
It's Memorial Day. Huh?
Yeah, Tom Brady does play, so that's why he was mad. Well, they had a guest commentator on this whole event where they had Charles Barkley.
Oh God!
Yes,
the golf commentator, the guy with the most notorious, like shitty golf swing in the world. It's fantastic when you watch it.
It's pretty
isn't
bad.
Isn't he the one that kind of like dips down right before he swings?
Yeah, and then he like stops, shakes a little, and then he like hits it. It looks like he's having a seizure every time. He started talking shit to Tom, like betting him, and so then he called out Tom Brady on one hole, and boom, Tom Brady made it and hit eagle. And he's like, "You like that, Charles?
Oh.
You like that?" Yeah. So they had they're having an event now for a bogey or bonus, and it's going to be with Charles Barkley where he plays a round of golf and he has to bogey or he has to give a lot of money to charity, which is guaranteed a lot of money is going to go to charity.
He's gonna donate.
So yeah, so I mean, it was pretty exciting for nothing happening, and I cannot believe I'm saying this, but golf was actually exciting for once.
Well, you, sir, haven't watched Holy Moly with Mr. Rob Riggle.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Oh, the Foo has returned.
Oh, the Foo's back.
Hello, Foos.
Hello, Foo.
We were just talking about Holy Moly and how that's your favorite golf show.
Oh, dude. Sign me up, dude, for the annual membership.
You love yourself some Rob Riggle, huh?
Oh, dude. You sold me at Riggle, dude.
It's funny because I started with Rob. Anyway, while you were gone, Josh is dying over here. Just coughing up a storm. Where were you, Foo? Did the Federation win the battle? I take it they did.
I got a bone to pick with Edward James Olmos, dude. I thought these fucking Cylons were already dealt with, dude. Jesus fucking Christ.
That's not the case, I see.
TBD, dude.
Oh,
TBD.
Ooh, if you saw the ending, you all know that it all started all over again, and the Cylons still exist.
I know, man. They just took out an outpost. Fuck, dude. We're all on crisis alert over here.
I know.
Never ending.
But anywho, well, that's nice to know that golf was exciting for once. But what about like all these other sports that are hopefully going to be opening up within the next week or so?
Wait, Foo.
Huh?
Did you hear that nice zinger fucking Manning gave Brady, or did Josh already tell you?
Yeah, man, you've been gone for a while.
Oh. I'm looking at you.
He gave quite a few zingers. There was another one where he said, Tom is normally a mutter. He's used to the slosh and the bad weather. He's like, so thanks a lot, Tom. Thanks for bringing the weather from Foxborough.
Did you tell him about the caddy joke?
Yeah, I told him about the caddy joke. That was great.
You missed it.
Great.
Fucking
and,
silence, dude.
People were commenting on Twitter a lot. I know Nick Foles commented, Peyton, if Tom seems like he's going to mount a comeback, just utter these two words and he'll cringe. He's like, Philly special.
Oh, God.
Because, dude, Tom Brady was even alluding to that he didn't want to see Nick Foles or any of that. None of that shit. Because only Nick Foles and Eli Manning are the only two quarterbacks to ever beat Peyton Manning in Super Bowl.
It's true, Foo. And look it up, Foo.
Giselle would have worked, too, I think. She makes more than him.
Who?
Giselle.
Oh, Giselle? Oh, yeah, just as a model, as a worldwide model, and she still got it.
Mm-hmm.
Foo, where's the sports, Foo? Jesus, man.
Oh, sorry. Hey, man, supermodels are, well, no, they're not athletes. In fact, they can actually gain to use a little bit.
I guess it's some sport, right?
Where's the sports?
Did you guys, Foo, I know you were alluding to more sports opening in the near future, but I think the most shocking sports news is about Mike Tyson. Did you guys hear about that?
Yeah, dude, he's getting in shape.
Yeah, him and Holyfield are doing a fight. It's happening.
No, that's not official yet. It's just rumored.
Bullshit.
Even though I'm pretty sure
you're doing it for charity.
I'm pretty sure if you were a betting man, you'd probably win that bet. Mm-hmm. However, Mike Tyson has just signed a $20 million contract to come back to box.
For how many matches?
Say it again, Steph.
How many matches?
Arms fall off.
Till his arms fall off.
It's for the geriatric division.
Oh, so one match then.
He's got to help take care of his pigeons.
Needs more tigers, Steph. Joe Exotic's in jail and shit.
Yeah. Probably just take over that zoo.
I mean, I thought you would know about that, but all right.
Damn.
Get on with it.
It's so far.
Snaps.
Geez, hold on, guys. Sorry. So far, it's goodbye.
No.
He just fell off there.
I don't know if Tyson has accepted the offer just yet, but it was the offer was from Bare Knuckle Fighting Championship Organization, and it's a $20 million plus bonuses for any future events Mike Tyson will be in.
Ooh.
So, Foos, this is the official return of Iron Mike, Foo.
Nice. Everybody's anticipating the Holyfield match, though. Can you imagine? Can you imagine like another rematch or a third fight between these two guys? And the last time he bit off his ear.
Foo, if you ask me, bring back Butterbean, dude.
I don't even think he can fight, bro.
Butterbean?
Oh,
is he still with us?
I don't know. I think he had heart failure or something. Didn't he? I don't fucking know.
Jesus, he's alive.
Oh, is he? Okay. I don't know these things. You guys are the sports guys.
All these accusations, Foo.
Yeah. Well, it's like Dredrick Tatum and Homer Simpson.
Mm-hmm.
The unstoppable force against the immovable object.
It'll be definitely be entertaining to see him come back.
Yeah.
Especially since now you can fight. Like they've proven from the UFC, you could fight during this time. So that may be the only other entertainment we have for a while. But other sports may be coming back July 1st. They're opening up team facilities. 1st. Yeah, as long as they can adhere to these, some of the coronavirus protocols and stuff that they're going to be having in place. I think the facilities are, installing some vinyl divider or like plastic dividers, so that way in the locker room, everyone's separated. And they're trying to kind of limit or have a lot of like hand sanitizing stations and cleaning stations on hand. And then they're going to be testing, obviously, throughout this entire process. So
during timeouts.
Yeah. So they're saying that
no
fucking dickhead. They're saying that they could possibly just jump straight into the playoffs, and have like a lead-in tournament for the teams that are on the bubble. So like teams that are just like the last two teams, I think it's the Warriors and the Knicks. They won't be able to participate because they're not like 3 games out. So I think it's teams. I think it's like 6 through 13 or 6 through 12. They're gonna be in like this little tournament leading up to the actual playoffs.
Nice.
Yeah, and then we're just gonna go straight into playoffs because they're not gonna restart next season until December. Like they've already decided. Next season won't be starting until December, so they're giving themselves a little bit more time to finish off the season completely. And baseball is only coming back for an 82-game season. So it's going to be, much more truncated. And a lot of the players, I still think they haven't fully agreed on the new proposed collective bargaining. Don't quote me on that, but I think it's still up in the air because we still haven't gotten firm confirmation on when teams will be reporting. Like as of right now, everything is still virtual. So baseball's still kind of up in the air. NFL still up in the air too. Like they don't know. They may not report till July, which is usually when they report, but the season may start like at least a month late.
Yeah.
Because they want to kind of monitor the whole early fall season, with the new virus possibly, evolving. So, I mean, we'll see, man. We'll see. Just enjoy watching whatever documentaries you can. Play whatever sports games you can. Keep your mind a little busy. Sports will be back. At least NBA will come back soon. So we got that to look forward to.
And Fuse, to specifically address your concerns, the Lakers are resuming practice June 4th.
Oh, my. All right.
Nice.
Well, good. At least, they're getting back in shape so that they can start, being great and stuff.
Well, Foo, LeBron has always been in shape. Foo, where you been?
Oh, my bad.
Dog.
He's been sleeping, bro.
Obvi.
Yeah.
Josh, did you hear about Matt Barnes? Well, first of all, let me bring up to speed. Did you know Matt Barnes and Steven Jackson have like a podcast called All the Smoke?
Yeah, I've heard it. I've listened to it. It's pretty good.
It's pretty good stuff. Or all the Smoke, excuse me. And then Matt Barnes, a lot of people took issue with him initially, but it was other Foos such as myself just being the good reliable trolls that they're just trying to be, put in a hard day's work as a troll, that they were accusing Matt Barnes because Matt Barnes said the other day he doesn't count his ring he won with the Warriors the year KD joined.
What?
And a lot of people thought that was a slight at KD. However, Matt Barnes clarified it, saying that he doesn't deserve it, or he doesn't feel like he won it because he got hurt before the playoffs. So his kind of ring was kind of the participation trophy, and he does not consider himself an NBA champion, which is pretty interesting to hear. Actually, what do you think about that, Joshua?
Well, for players that, you know, are seen as warriors or have like that warrior mentality, I can understand where they feel like to earn something that feels unearned doesn't make them or give them right to a title. So it makes sense. It makes a lot of sense that he doesn't feel that way. Minus the whole KD, you know, coming in thing. But I mean, yeah, he didn't do shit that whole year. I mean, he was barely a part player during the regular season, and then leading up to the playoffs, you know, he got injured and he didn't play, and he didn't do anything in the playoffs. But he was still a good player, you know, leading up to all that time. It's just, I mean, for him to not consider himself champion, that says a lot. Yeah. It says a lot about him that he judges himself that hard. But I mean, regardless, he's still a fucking NBA champion. I mean, true. He has the ring.
Yeah, so. It's just interesting that there's still that, you know, I don't know if the correct term is like machismo. I don't know if that's the right term.
Machismo will never die, Foo. That is machismo, by the way. But machismo will never die. It's ingrained in our genetic code, man.
And goddamn it, man, they just need to get over that shit. So there's not as many morons in the sport. But that's just what I think.
The food, there won't be any sport then if we get rid of all the morons. See, you're not thinking now. You're thinking illogically.
Yeah, Foo.
Damn.
Get your shit together.
This is why the Foo doesn't play sports.
This is why the Eagles are still a franchise. Can't get rid of the morons.
Whoa.
Exactly, Foo. Actually, you know, you should be more talking about your Raiders.
Damn.
Seeing as how you can even fund your own stadium in your old fucking city.
Woo!
Where do you have to go to? You had to go to Vegas. Vegas. Why? Because you needed a loan.
Whoa, bitches.
All right, man, this is getting heated.
I mean, it's been worse, but sure, Foo. Sure, whatever.
It has. All right, I'm ending sports here then. Well, I had a joint report going, but since Josh forgot to charge his computer, we're going to go ahead and end this with the music highlights.
Oh, no.
Send your emails to foobarshow.com. Attention, Josh. So, fucking, I have a couple songs today. And speaking of, you know, the dismantling of KROQ, 106.7 KROQ FM in Los Angeles, there's no way that rock is dead. There is absolutely no way. And I have 3 examples of that. 3 great bands that are coming out, and they're not. They just came out just recently, like a couple of years ago, and this one in particular.
Oh, Foo.
See,
good for them, Foo.
This band is called The Black Moods. It's off of their single called Sunshine. Came out this year. Check this one out. And go. And go.
Showed
So, I would argue that, if you still had alternative rock playing on the radio, this would be one of those songs, or at least this style of song. And because, it's not a lost art, man. A lot of these bands are still going. This next one is by a band called Sports Team. And these guys are really fun to watch if you catch some of your YouTube videos. Really great band. They've been out for a couple of years now. And this is off of their album called Deep Down Happy. And the song's called Going Soft. I'm really curious about how these guys' music would sound on vinyl. It seems like it's almost made to be listened to in vinyl.
They kind of have that. Hear that.
Yeah, they have that old school feel about them. I kind of when I first heard of Sports Team, they kind of reminded me of as if Elton John was punk rock. It kind of gives me that impression, if Elton John didn't play the piano and played an electric guitar and went punk, that's kind of how it would sound like. Is he has that kind of that young Elton energy about him.
Yeah.
But this last one reminded me actually of the Foo.
Oh, Foo.
I think that if the Foo put together a rock band, it would be this band called Beautiful Dudes. This song in particular came out last year on their song called Radio, and this one might be even a little autobiographical, called The Shape I'm In.
They better.
Yeah, Foo, you can't help the shape you're in. I hear that, buddy.
Foo,
Foo,
if that was my tribute band, Foo, they better all have fucking fantastic beards, Foo.
Dude, they would all look like you. They would all look like the singer of Boston. If everybody ever was wondering what either the singer of Boston or inversely the Foo looked like, go ahead and Google that. Because you're rocking a fearsome throw today, Foo.
Poof.
Poofity woofity, Foos.
Indeed.
He's poofy all around.
That's right. Now, Foo.
The carpet matched the drapes, Foo.
Oh, no.
Jesus Christ.
I didn't
Oh,
know
no.
any of that, sir.
Oh, man.
We were all thinking it.
Foo, you could have kept the mystery alive, Foo. I would have been happy with
Jesus.
You need to trim the bushes so the tree looks bigger.
Not on my watch, Foos.
Oh, no.
Take it
like
off!
A fucking... No, keep it on. Down there. Looks like he has a Brillo pad over.
Oh, ow. Painful.
Spoiler alert, Josh.
You're sponsored by Brillo now?
Yeah, they're cheap bastards, dude. Only giving me 3%.
Oh, wow.
That's nothing. That's
but
nothing.
Foo, you bring 50% of the revenue in, Foo. You gotta renegotiate.
I need to call Jacob and Ronnie, dude.
Call Jacob and Ronnie.
Call Jacob.
Well, Foo, for the 2-year anniversary of this goddamn podcast, let's go ahead and do a round 3 on your Foo Facts, shall we?
Oh, my.
Do you have anything for us today?
Yes, I do.
Oh, God.
Oh.
Very, very super quickly, before we do any of that, Foo, I have some breaking news that's 3 hours old, Foo.
What happened?
Frankensons is reopening May 27th, Foo, 3 p.m.
Oh, shit.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, now we all could catch
Wednesday.
the Rona.
What kind of nerd? Because this is an indoor swamp meet where everybody bunches, in there. You think there's going to be only a certain amount of people? Is going to be a bouncer at the front with a clicker?
Yeah, most likely.
All I know is, Foo, the geek herd is getting thinned out. That's all I know.
Yeah, that's for sure.
We don't got the healthiest healthiest soldiers in the geek world. You know what I'm slaying, Foo?
Foo Facts. Foo Facts.
I like how you dovetailed into that one.
It just happens naturally.
All right.
It's like when you see that shark come out of the water, and then it just goes nicely right back in.
Yeah.
That's the Foo right there.
There you go.
Well, Foo. Here's your first Foo fact of the week, Foo. Due to a copyright error that was just discovered in 2015, the Happy Birthday song had been falsely copyrighted for over 80 years.
Foo Facts. Foo Facts.
Yeah, that shit was always supposed to be public domain, right?
Yeah.
And then you got restaurants avoiding it. You got fucking movies who are supposed to sing happy birthday to their kid, singing some other bullshit. It's just sing happy birthday. First off, who's singing happy birthday? Who enjoys singing happy birthday? Who enjoys getting sung to? Like, what the fuck are we doing here as a society?
Nobody wants to sing it anymore. And everybody sings like out of tune. Everybody's all sharp and everything.
And the cunts with the cha-cha-chas. Oh my God. I cannot stand that person.
Stop it.
Stab that person immediately.
We all know who that is.
Hey, Foo, and many more on Channel 4, Foo.
And Scooby-Doo's on Channel 2, Foo. And Channel 9 has Frankenstein, Foo.
That doesn't make any sense. Oh, I hate these people so much. And I'm looking at you, Foo. You're probably one of them.
Did you ever get a pinch for an inch or a sock for a block?
I used to get sock for a block.
Mm-hmm.
Suck. I remember when I was 16, I went to school, and a couple of the football players decided, how old are you? All right, we're going to punch your arm. So I went home. My entire arm was like black and blue from all the bruises that they fucking on both sides too. So I couldn't even lift it up at dinner, and my mom was like pissed. She's like, "What the fuck? People are fucking hitting you at school, and you're not telling the teacher?" I'm all, "Just a bunch of guys doing their thing." Fucking Benel's stupid. You're stupid. Like, well,
did your mom go to their mom's house?
No, mom never talked.
You're like thanks. You're like, thanks for having my back, Mom.
Yeah. I was like, okay, what am I gonna do? Tell him, don't talk to me anymore. It already fucking happened.
Fellas. Let's talk about this.
Yeah.
These seem like reasonable chaps.
Let's all have a civil discussion on why punching people is not a good idea.
It's like, all right, punch him fucking 30 times.
He's trying to reason with us. Get him.
stomp me in like I'm a fucking gang member. Oh, come on, fucking Foo. Like,
oh man,
the initiation of Josh.
Oh, that is a story in and of itself.
That's a vine. Anyway,
this will be the cover of the book.
Thoughtful thinking.
He's so thoughtful and introspective. Foo, is that all the Foo Facts you have?
Foo, you know what? Let me throw in a bonus for you, just because.
Oh, a bonus.
Oh.
Just because I don't like you, Foo. Camel bites can cause your bones to dissolve.
Foo Facts. Foo Facts.
Explain.
What the fuck?
Yeah, man. So if you're ever thinking about going to Egypt, dude, you probably shouldn't. Okay.
They have camels here.
We all see those videos of those dumb white bitches, and possibly some of the bros like getting their hats taken off and like getting like attacked by camels.
You're
gonna lose your fucking bones, dude. All right.
The Foo's gonna go on an anti-camel rant right now. These camels, they are the real problem here.
Yeah, he's trying out his camel chunk for his stand-up.
Oh, dude, I'm over camel.
What's the deal with the humps on camels? I mean, come on.
Foo, I'm over camel rights, bro. Let's get him.
All right, Foo. Well, well done. I think that's gonna do it. Happy 2-year anniversary, and it's Memorial Day. Are you guys cooking up anything good right now?
Just some boigas and then some salmon foods.
Oh, Foo. Foo. I woke up at 3 a.m. this morning to smoke some ribs, Foo.
Dang.
3 a.m.
Jeez. And so I take it they're done by now.
Oh my God, they're fantastic, dude. I've never had such a good rib before.
I'm so hungry.
Let's do this. All right, we're gonna go make some burgers now. Oh no, steaks. We're gonna make some steaks.
And Foo, this might help you out in anytime in the future, Foo.
Mm-hmm.
I went to Target and I got a 6-pack of 100% Angus burgers.
Okay.
Dude, you don't even need to season them.
Really?
They're amazing, dude.
Sir.
Oh wow.
They are fucking amazing. Everyone that had one wanted more, and I should have been selling them for $35.
You said Target?
Jesus.
Yeah, they're at Target. 2 pounds for $12.50.
Okay,
nice.
Well, I
well,
gotta try these out.
yeah. Thanks, Foo.
100% Foo.
Thanks, Foo.
You got it, man.
Yeah, I'll go ahead and do that. Until next time, we'll go ahead with this with our shenanigans. Well, thank you very much for listening into the old Foo Bar Show. Thank you for hitting subscribe, and remember to rate, review, and tell your friends like a fucking champion. You can always reach us at Foo Bar Show. That's FWBarshow.com. And FW Bar Show is our handle on Facebook, Tumblr, Twitter, and Instagram. Check us out. Drop us a line, and we'll fill it up like a couple of Foos. I've been Josie.
I've been Josh.
With the Foo.
And Steph.
Signing off, saying, don't be a